Hi, it's Trey, Clearly Homemade. Happy Saturday. We are doing the live event. This is the Beholder, the painting. This is part 3. I always start my video 5 minutes early so I can get videos shared, some stuff set up, etc., etc. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Oh, we have something different for how we're doing this. So this is going to be fun. No, put that down, please. We had to take my door off to get the desk in, so I don't have any way of closing it. This is going to be fun. Bruce, where's Daddy? You're supposed to go play with Daddy. Good times. That's weird. I wonder why I wouldn't do more. Oh, I need that. We have the fan going too. It helps drown out noise of whatever Billy's watching. That's weird. Pickle beans. So this is all set up. I can watch what we're doing while it's happening. Try to see how long the delay is. That's a long delay. That's terrible. Let's see if I can try that again. No delay. Oh, okay. So the video is delayed. It's fine. Okay. Since it's Billy's birthday gift, I did let him choose the colors of his beholder. And he has decided to do hyacinth, which is a light purple. Originally he wanted mauve, but he couldn't find the color he wanted. But it's okay. We'll see. Maybe make it a little bit more mauve. Because mauve is like purpley red. We do have a light purple. I'm going to go over the colors we're using and stuff. Which is fun. Now I just have to wait. Oh, and he wanted something different. I'm going to explain what he wanted done. And then we're going to go from there. It's good times. Let's see. I cannot seem. I think that's everybody. So we have here 2 minutes to restart. Here we are. Great. There's just so much stuff on here. Can I? Oh, 1 minute. Here we have. Wonderful. Okay. Let's go back to where we were. So talk to myself a little bit more. Okay. What's going on? Wonderful. Okay. The video's up very soon. You should be okay with the light right there. Okay. Good times. I almost didn't make it. Bruce was trying to nap. He's very sick still. He is crouching. Okay, here we go. Wonderful. Hi, this is Trey with Clearly Homemade, and welcome to Saturday Night Live event, Beholder the Painting. In this week's episode, I will be painting the beholder that I've been working on. It should be done just in time for my husband's birthday, which is in 3 days. So today, so we got here, we're also changing it up for a bit. I sent my husband to the craft store to get paint because I wanted him to pick out the color he wanted the beholder to be. And of course, he's like, and anybody who goes to a craft store, he saw something that interested him to change his idea of what we're doing. Now, originally, we were going to put this guy on a stick and make him into like a statue. But he saw something else. What he saw instead was a treasure chest. And the idea of this treasure chest is that you put just a little nub into it, and then it's going to look like it's looking up at you at the treasure chest. Now, this was just a plain blank pine-looking chest. I did painting myself. I did that earlier. And we're going to have like gold beads put into it to make it look like chest. He's going to be sitting right inside like this, looking up at you. I'm trying to see if I can get a way to get it. Now I have to glue it first. So he's going to be sitting here, coins or gold coins on the bottom. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's his idea. So we're going to do the painting first, and then I'm going to glue it. He did get me some wood glue to help with this. So the paint he wanted it was originally mauve, which is a purple red, but he decided to go with lavender. And I have noticed this does not pick up colors like at all, which is terrible. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do back to front, and then that's how we're going to do it. Now, to get the beholder down, see, I didn't know this is what we were doing. So, beholder was not exactly the right color. But what I did is I had to scrunch down the tentacles. Now, this was already baked and stuff, so by doing that, it did crack a bit on a few of them. Husband said not to worry about it. He doesn't mind. So, we're going to go ahead. I already started the purple to see what it would look like. Comes up gray. You know, it's always a good time. So, we're going to have a nice light purple beholder. I should have done this last week. Then it would have matched a little bit better. This will be in the back. You're not even going to see this because he's putting in the box. So that's not going to be too terrible. Now, if it was a statue, I would want to go ahead, put more clay onto it, and then rebake it. And he knows it's how light of a purple is. This is not going to be a surprise. His favorite color is purple. As you can tell by the eyes, they are purple. So let's go ahead and get this all painted. Now we're using acrylic paint, just like I do with everything else. I like it because you can bake it, and it dries really fast. A lot of cracks back here. We're not going to thankfully see any of it, which is awesome. I wanted to get the back done first, so I can just lay it down and paint it. There we go. My little beholder, kind of like a little dragon on the chest. The chest was surprisingly cheap. It took maybe an hour to paint. So many noises. My son is playing with some dice. Our big D&D family here. We should be doing a campaign soon. I'm excited. I'm going to be wanting to do my own miniatures. Because why not, right? So you guys can see what I'm doing. This is not the color you're seeing is like a light. You know what? On the computer, the color is not the same at all. Like it's definitely like a silvery blue. I am watching this also on my my device, so I can interact at a more real time. And I am seeing that it is definitely like a light purpley blue. It's not the color that we're using. This is definitely more of very light purple. There's a crack under here. I did mention that before, I think. That's fine also. Once again, you won't see any of this stuff. The color I'm using is Anita's All-Purpose Acrylic Craft Paint, number 11145, Jacinto. I'm assuming it's Spanish. I do not speak Spanish well. I apologize. This is considered permanent acrylic paint. Now, after this gets painted totally, I am going to, depending on how matte it is, because this is a matte paint, which means it's not very shiny after it dries. Depending on what it looks like, I might be giving it a coat of polyacrylic. which is also, by the way, very, very fast drying. Just see if I want to get a little bit shinier. I'm trying to figure out how to do the coins that the gold beads that he picked out. And I might be doing a coat of resin for that, just so it stays in. It'll make the box really heavy, but you won't have to worry about the coins coming out. I do all of my painting in the lid of the paint. All of it. It's about as messy as you can expect it. There we go. I'm surprised you didn't want to do a darker purple, because that's what color I have for the other stuff. You think there's no real reason to paint this. I want to make sure it's all being done. Okay, good thing I have the fan on, so hopefully it'll dry a little bit faster than without. That's a plan. You can kind of see. No, you can't. Not to say, maybe the camera's too close. I have a new setup, as I mentioned last night. But you're supposed to be able to see texture, which you're not going to see anything at all. One day I'll have a webcam that does all that stuff. So look at that, started drawing. So, now I did get a little dark in the oven. A little darker than I originally picked it out. No, go. I can feel him stare at me. Make sure you get all the stalks done. I don't mind if I get paint on me. It's not a problem. I'm excited to do the mouth. You know, that's going to be the most intricate part. This is literally just globbing paint on. Not really a big deal. A nice purple Easter Bunny beholder. This mat is a Pampered Chef mat. I was spoiled by my best friend with it. And I love it very, very much. We're going to let this dry for a little bit. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm responding to a message to let my best friend know. There we go. Okay, but you know, also you need time for this stuff to dry. You can kind of see it's drying already. You can touch it. See, it's on your finger. That's how you know it's not dry. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't recommend it if you're doing anything else, but this is, I'm not worried about this. Okay, so this is silicone mat. Really easy to clean. This is great to use with resin because it comes right off. It's great to use with paint and clay. When you let clay sit on a surface, for instance, on a paper piece of like computer paper, it leaches out the oils of the clay itself. So you don't really want it to sit like that. And some plastic will actually cause issues with the clay, in so much that it leaches out the oils as well. Great. Now most of the back is done, as you can see. Let's flip it over. I'm going to start the front. This is going to be the fun part, right? Right. Now we're going to get this. We don't want to do it too heavy. Remember, there are a few cracks. I don't want to break it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would feel awful after all this work. Okay, now we're getting closer to the face, so let's ignore that for a little bit. Let's do the eyelids. Oops. The acrylic comes right off. See what I mean? Oh, I'm going to have mistakes all over the place. But I like to use the acrylic because it doesn't stick to glass. So it just wipes right off. We're going to have to use a smaller brush for that. But for the big stuff, we just go like that. Making sure we're getting it right in the middle. Have to readjust always. Face. Wonderful. Very light purple. I'm happy we have an hour for this. It might be a little longer depending on, you know, how much I get done. And if the husband doesn't like the color, you know, I'm going to change it. It's his birthday gift. It's whatever he wanted. When I go to, I'm going to admit something. When I go buy a color of paint, I'll open it up and I will dab it on my fingers or on my hands. Kind of like people do with like lipstick and stuff to see the color of it. Because you never know how it's actually going to look. Like it might look like something on the outside, but when it dries, it might be something completely different. Okay, what do we have? Any music you hear is not my music. I own no rights to anything at all. Okay, this spot's right inside. I'm okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not the best at painting. I admit it. That's why I use mica powder. Because no matter how you do mica powder, it always looks nice. The painting you can see how it doesn't work well. I'm probably not using the right brush. Whatever works for me, right? I use the brushes I have. Now I know people who do paint miniatures, and they're incredible. Like they're really professional about the whole thing. I am not. It's more this painting. So the back is already fully dry, which is awesome. And of course, when I'm done, I will be posting pictures of the finished products, the 100% finished products, which includes, you know, after it's glued and stuff. Let's see. There we go. I'm almost done. I want to make sure all this stuff on the inside is done. And of course, after this, I'm going to have dinner. Hubs is making ribs. I'm really excited. He makes really good food. That's why I married him. Which is awesome. Pull that right off. There we go. Even if it's dry with acrylic paint, you can wipe it right off a glass. Believe me. I use acrylic paint for the eyes, and many, many, many times I have muffed up and accidentally slid my finger across the glass, and all the work I did in painting the eye has disappeared. Okay, I like that. So that's a nice purple. A little lighter than I expected him to have, but it's still a very, very nice purple anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get. Now, I probably should have done it in clay, but you know me. Make sure. I'm gonna get this on a smaller brush. I'm not gonna ham hand all of it. Okay. Idea. I did get a bigger brush, but apparently I don't need it. I'm gonna use this instead. I'm gonna get the lips, the inside of the mouth. You have the gums, the teeth, the inside of the mouth. Inside the mouth is gonna be the hardest part. Okay. This guy looks so neat, though. I wonder if I should give him bunny ears. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. Aren't you supposed to be with Daddy? No. Go hang out with Daddy, please. So I have 2 tripods. One I use to hold this up, and the second one my child has stolen and use it as like shooting guns or something. I don't know. But he has a great imagination, and we like to encourage him. Okay. And my child is a jerk. She know that. He can be. Not just because he's sick. He's been very mouthy lately. He doesn't want to do anything, and he doesn't want to listen. It's just been rough. Like, I want to attribute part of it to being sick, but it was like that before he got sick. So obviously I can't. Okay, now I'm using a smaller brush. I'm still using the amethyst. Or no, the lavender. No, what color is this? Hyacinth. I don't even know what colors I'm using. I'm going to make sure we get the eyelids done. Some of the little parts. Make sure we get all of it. Okay. I'm gonna take off my glasses. Won't be able to see anything, but I'll be able to see what I'm painting. Okay. I was cleaning my paintbrushes earlier today. And of course, you know, I've already mentioned before how I never ever like clean them when I'm supposed to. And I have a pink sponge that has the bristles on it, and it's all silicone. And I have found that using that made it so much easier to get the paint off the brush, which was neat. And I used it to get the paint off my hands too. You know, I'm messy. Let it dry for a little bit. Get the parts that I missed here. I'm gonna figure out what we're doing with the mouth here. There we go. A lot of fingerprints, but that's okay. It adds it to the realness of the texture. I'll put this upside down. And I'll be able to do pieces underneath a little bit easier. Did I move this? I did. Okay. Parts underneath it. See, we got a lot of hard to reach areas because I'm foolish when I make these things. I make them easy. No way. Why would I want to do that? I'm going to yell at my husband because he's not watching the baby. Go to daddy now, please. I just don't want him touching the fan. I can't watch him when I'm doing this. You guys get to see a little bit into my life, which is one of the reasons I want to do this. I just didn't expect to see the, you know, the uncouth portions. All parents yell. I'm from New Jersey. I'm a yeller. That's just how it works. We don't have an intercom system. We have mommy yelling. Let's see. I'm going to let this dry for a second. Make sure I'm not getting it too much on my hands. 1 second. There we go. Let's see here. Wonderful. Okay. Oh my goodness, did I use the wrong one? No, it should be fine. There we go. Here's a little bit bigger one. I'll grab the wrong brush. Yep, totally grabbed the wrong brush. I have no idea why. That's fine. Okay, try to see if we can get more of it under the stalks. I was working on a bigger one last night. And that is not working the way I wanted to. I'm just having a terrible time with my statues. Well, not this one. Okay, there we go. Got a little bit of paint on the glass, that's fine. It's not really noticeable, actually. We're almost done with the hard part. Okay. I like the way I have this camera set up. This is actually closer to my face than I normally have it, and it's not out of camera yet, which is awesome. There we go. Go hang out with Daddy, please. Hang out with Daddy, please. My child has whipped cream. That's one way to do it. I bribe my child every day. Listen, either he's bribed or I'm going crazy yelling at him. Pick one. Okay, great. Oh my goodness, almost done with the purple. And we get to start with something even harder than these little pieces. I'm really excited for how it's going to look. So if you are decided that you want to paint glass and it dries, just rub it off. That's it. Nothing else. You don't need to sand it off. Nothing crazy. That's why acrylic paint is amazing. I'm not really getting very good light here. Get these parts down here. I know I'm going to miss something. I always do. That looks nice. This paint is like $1, maybe $1.30. And if you use a coupon, you know, 40% off. Nice cheap paint. Okay, now we have this paint under here, so just scrape it right off with my thumb. You don't have to scrape it off your thumb if you don't want to. You can take a wet cloth, that works just as well. Here we go. Paints. The paint really just shows the imperfections in clay. Okay, wonderful. So how do we have it here? Great. Okay, now let's go ahead and get these parts that are closer here in the purple. And then we're going to figure out how we're going to do the eyes. Okay, now we know the lid is going to be purple, but I think we're going to be adding a little bit of detail. Maybe a darker purple, maybe a little bit of red and pink. Oh. I keep seeing stuff that I missed. That's what I do. You know, when the video is done, I'm going to see other things that need to get touched up before I put it into the box. Okay, that part is a part that needs to get red, so I'm going to do real quickly like that. There we go. Add red to that. I think that's the color we're going to do red. There we go. We're going to do the teeth in white. What we're going to have to do is work our way back to front with the mouth. You don't want to do like the front part, and then you have to keep redoing it a million times. I have done that. It is not fun. I mean, it's great. And you keep messing up. Let me tell you. Okay. Yeah, they are definitely tough to beat. I never ran into a beholder, thankfully. I know all about them. Not all about them. I know quite a bit. Okay. We are done with purple until I see something else that needs to get done. Now remember, we're just going to see this part when you open the box. This is it. I don't understand. Okay. I'll let it dry. I'm going to switch colors. We're going to make this one all down with purple. So that was Anita's all-purpose acrylic by Hobby Lobby. I don't like to support them, personal reasons, but that was the closest place we could find. Okay, I'm going to get the purple off of here. Now we are going to do the back. I could stay in there. Okay, now we're going to do the back of the mouth first. Back of the mouth is usually like a darker color. You know. Oh, that stinks. Chris is talking about how the particular one that she did D&D campaign against, they were throwing shaking attacks, and they had to roll against turning to stone. So that's, listen, my ability to roll is terrible. I do not have good RNG. Okay, so we're into the mouth. It's going to be in red. Right in the back. I was in black back here. Apparently forgot to paint the uvula. It's fine. I'm going to figure out what color we're painting the lips too. So far, so good. Slide some paint in there. Oh, great. Apparently it's mixed with the purple. Okay. This guy reminds me of something, and I can't. The color's throwing me off. It really is. Might have to change it. I know it's the color he wants, but I don't know. Okay, the color I'm using right now is Apple Barrel 21468E Flamenco Red. This is also a matte paint. I'm upset because apparently all my stuff is matte. I wanted everything to be gloss, especially for the inside of the mouth, which means I'm probably going to have to do the, I can't do anything with the eyes. The eyes are already painted and put in clay. Oh, you mean on the body? Yeah. I might do some lime green. I have a few different ones. Let's show the paint right back here. Make them probably more like a frog or an Easter egg, though. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I have to change anything. I'll ask the owner. Okay. Show some paint down here. Remember, we had that tongue that was nice enough to bend for us. Okay, so let's see. Okay, great. So the inside of the mouth is done. Now I'm going to take a look at this red that I have, the Anita's acrylic we also got today as well. So that's definitely a lighter red. We can use that for highlights on the inside. We're definitely going to need a little black mix into it. I do have two flamenco red. That's terrible. Okay, let me mix this black up. Now the neat thing, as I mentioned about, using this, the silicone, is that you don't have to worry about not being able to clean it up. So let's do a little bit of the flamenco, a little bit of black, and get ourselves a nice dark red. And this is very watery. I don't know why. Let's put it right here. Oops. That's a lot of red. Kind of looks like blood. See, I like it. It's drying up and looks a little bit better. Let me take off the plastic. Brand new bottles of paint. Just came in. Love it. Okay, now this black is Folk Art. Folk Art 479 Pure Black. This is also a matte. He was not able to find a gloss black, which I was sad about. Just what I'm doing is I'm having a section. I can't really move anything around, but I'm mixing paint. You can see a little bit in the top of the corner. I'm going to make darker red. Red and black make brown. So we're going to try to see how dark of a color we get. I know it's a lot of paint. The red kind of fell out. The black kind of fell out. This is definitely not the color I wanted. Okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead. It's too dark. Too dark. But maybe we can take this. A little bit on the inside, you know, like the caverns of the mouth. Let's see if we can follow something like that. Now you got a uvula back there, and you got the caverns of the inside of the mouth. Let's bring that a little bit up here. Add some finer detail. That's not the detail I wanted. That's the detail that we have. Okay, I did. Wonderful. That's not terrible, right? That's good mouth. Yeah, I gotta see if I have pink. You know, actually, I don't think I have that color. All the colors not to have. No, I have bright reds. I have candy apple, lipstick red. I can do. I have white, so I can mix some white and pink. Add a little bit, but I definitely need a darker red. So I'm gonna pull a little. You can hear my child. Okay, let's see here. Ready? Yeah, a little bright. A little bit of bright red. Okay, this color is the Folk Art Enamels. This is the gloss finish. So you're going to have a glossy inside of the mouth. I guess that's what he meant with enamels. I should have had him get it. Cover it. Oops. Oh, crap. Well, poop. He has already scurried away. There you go. The back of the paint is awesome. My child's being insane. Well, you can hear them yell, probably. Okay, there we go. My dog's been acting up. My kid's been acting up. They're all acting up. Okay, there we go. That's not terrible. You know, that's not a terrible mouth. Oh, thanks. Let's get a little bit of this black right here. A little bit of black there. Just smudge it a little bit. You know what? It's actually coming out a little bit better than I thought. So that's good. You know? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, cool beans. Cool beans. I like this lipstick red. Lipstick red was a good color. So we need to do the mouth now. So let's do the mouth in the red. Right? Red gums. Red lips. You know, I think we're going to do a little bit of red like this, and then I'm going to add the purple on top. I think that would look really neat. Apparently it's missing a tooth. See, it's kind of coming out pink. This guy looks like he's wearing lipstick. Oh, his lipstick red, so it's pretty apropos. Okay. But we're definitely going to be changing it to a darker purple. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. But we're going to keep going, making it look terrible. Remember, we're going to do a dark purple over it. Looks like he got into his mom's makeup. I'm going to need to paint over this in white. This is pretty much how I paint. Not terrible. Ooh, that's a paint job, all right. Okay, now we are going to clean this up. Yeah, that's true. This is definitely, it's very bloody, but you want to definitely put on that Feed Me Seymour look. You want to paint the teeth first before you add the blood to it. You know, and he is going in a treasure box. I gotta show you, we're gonna show you the treasure box. He is going in a treasure box, so maybe he bit the last person who tried to stick their finger in it, right? Right? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, here we go. Oops. That'll be perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead. I am gonna do a little bit of dark purple then. So let's go get the dark purple. This is also matte because everything is matte. Okay. Let me rinse my brush. Just simple water. Cleans a brush. I'm trying to be more professional this time. Okay. Oh man, he's making something really good. I'm not even mad that he's not watching Bruce correctly. That's why he feeds me, and this is why I can't lose any weight. But it's cool because the food is so good. Here we go. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna do a nice purple over the red. Okay, it's gonna look like a clown now. I really don't like painting. I'm just gonna admit that now. I'm not 100% great at it. But look at that. I mean, I wish you could stay. I wonder why my paint is so watery. There we go. You know what? If it could stay like this wet looking, that would be great. Can you imagine? Okay, you know what? This is not as terrible as I thought it was. Oh, my eyeballs gonna fall off. Okay, move my lipstick red. Okay, the purple I'm using, I gotta tell people this, is Apple Barrel Matte 20594E World Violets. Oh yeah, no, I don't care. I don't care. We're gonna be adding more purple.
I can see you. My head is crazy.
His head is crazy. Do you hear this? Get your hair out of the fan. Really? My child just put his hair by the fan, and I'm just afraid that the fan is gonna, you know what I mean? I don't helicopter. I'm the opposite of the helicopter. That doesn't look, it's really mean. I don't even do this stuff on purpose. Look at that. All my stuff isn't accidents. Okay, we're gonna do this to the eyelashes too. This is the color. Put it right on the sides. Yes, you heard his head is crazy. He's talking about his hair. I cut it. It's a mohawk. Well, it was supposed to be a mohawk, but it slipped with the buzz, and now he has like a surfer boy cut. Okay, that looks really neat. Excuse me, please. That's Daddy's. Can you give that to Daddy, please?
It's Happy Meal.
Thank you for the Happy Meal. You can give me one later. Okay, we're gonna add a little dark purple.
Does look like a scary one.
It does. Can you go hang out with Daddy, please?
It's creepy.
He says the beholder is creepy.
Yeah, the purple cigarettes.
Where's Daddy, bud? I'm gonna do purple on the eyes. This is the same purple I did the eyes in. Adding a little definition. Wow, that's really creepy, dude. I don't even mean to, and it looks creepy. Okay, you know what, we're gonna use my fingers and we're gonna smudge it a little bit. That's actually how I did the treasure chest. There's a whole lot of smudge going on. Just want to do a little bit, nothing too much crazy. There you go. Just a little definition for the eyes. Let's see. There we go, not so dark. A little bit, there we go. Yeah, right? It's not even on purpose, I promise. And if it stays this wet color, man, this looks really good. This looks a lot better than I anticipated. I gotta add a little bit more purple up here. And do the lips right. I'm sorry, I'm not even in the camera. I'm so bad. Okay, let me add a little purple here. I don't want too much purple. Just enough to add a little bit of a... That looks really cool. That looks really neat. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Okay, so let's let it dry, and then we're going to add the teeth. So, the teeth. Are we going to do whites? Should I do parchment? Make it like an old yellowy type of teeth. Did you know that teeth are not supposed to be bright white? They're not. Teeth are actually supposed to be like an off-white, naturally off-white, because, you know, you eat food and things like that. So, which I thought was pretty cool. That's actually what teeth are supposed to look like. Now, why do I know this? One, because I know weird things. Two, my grandpa had teeth made. He had dentures. And with his dentures, he had it colored very, very specifically to make it look like natural teeth. And the color he chose was not white. It was slightly off-white. That looks really neat. Okay, so I think we're not going to do white for the teeth. But you know what? Let's see. What does white look like? And I just happen to have gloss. This is Apple Barrel Outdoor Indoor Gloss 20621E White Gloss Acrylic Paint. Oh, and you always want to make sure your white is, or you always want to make sure your paint is shaken up. You gotta shake your paint. And let me close this up. And you want to keep it closed too. I think we might add a little bit more purple around. Kind of like the darker purple, but at the same time, I kind of like how it blends in a little bit. Okay, you can see the colors. It's drying already over there. Super easy to clean. Okay, we're going to shake up this white. Ready? I am. This, I accidentally put the wrong color on the lid, so my cap is a little... I'm going to use this one here. It's supposed to have, no, newborns and stuff. Making a mess. I think that's the only paintbrush I have right here for very thin. I was using it before to do the lines of the treasure chest. So let's see what white looks like. Ready? There we go. I don't know. I don't know that I like it. Might be too white. What do you think? White or no white?
Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready. Let me wipe it off a little bit. Maybe that'll help. I think we're going to have to go with the parchment. We're not painting it at all. You know, not painting at all would probably be the best thing. But it looks like it definitely needs somebody's finger. I do happen to have antique parchment. I was going to do a project. You know me, I have 1,000 projects in one. So let's do the project. Let me get this shaken up a bit. Let's see here. Let's see. Shake, shake, shake. Here we go. Ready? Ready. See, look at that. This is off-white. This color is antique parchment. Again, it's Apple Barrel. It is matte. You're looking at 21463E. Okay, this is still a little more than I want, but we're going to see how well it looks if we do the rest of them. I'm going to try not to paint over the red, but I think we're going to have to add the red onto it. That looks really neat, actually. I like this antique parchment. We're going to have to splatter the red on it again to give it that look a little bit better after it dries, to give it a natural blood look to it to match the rest. Kind of debating if I should have left it the original beige, but yeah, it's too late now, right? Okay, wonderful. I'm using a tiny brush. This is a 20 Royal and Lang Nickel brush. It's acrylic. It's a level 1, whatever that means. Every once in a while, I like to buy a fancy brush. Not that I have any idea what any of the brushes mean. or anything. I'm not really a big painter, you know. With mica powder, just use an eyebrow brush. Oops. That's fine. Remember, there's no mistakes. Happy little trees. Okay, there we go. Definitely need to add more red because we are having issues with the white. I need red down here anyway for the tongue. Okay, great. Oh man, if you guys could smell the ribs, he candies them. He uses lots of brown sugar. And it is so, so good. Oh, I'm dying here. I'm so hungry. I don't think I ate anything except for some pancakes earlier. I love pancakes. They're like my go-to comfort food. Again, we got teeth. I don't like that. It's still too white. Was I using white or antique? No, that's antique. Okay. Now after they're dry, we're gonna add a little bit more red. That's a little silly looking. I like the browner color. I do. What do we have? We have some cafe au lait. So let's see what we can mix, right? Let me rinse off this. Unless, since we already have the brown here, what if I add some antique to that? No, okay, close this up. We're going to add some antique to the blob of the red-black combo. There we go. Just a drop. Okay. We're going to clean up the paintbrush a little bit. Just water in a plastic cup. You can always reuse it. I was going to use a mason jar, but I don't know what the rest of them are. Believe me, I have mason jars everywhere. Here we go. Do a little bit. Oh, look at that. You can't see that color yet? Okay. It's a grayish color. Not exactly what I want. We're definitely going to need a little brown. So let's add a little of this Folk Art Multi-Surface Coffee au lait satin finish. I'm going to add a drop of it to the parchment and that brown black. Let's see what we got. Get a better, more natural color. No, not really. Still a little too dark. So a little bit, keep adding more colors. Why not, right? Oops, add a little bit too much. That's fine. So we wanted a little darker than parchment. Okay, add a bit of this. I really should have just kept it the beige. A bit more. Okay, let's try that. Let's see how this looks. This brush of mine. Here we go. No, it's too silver. Let's try a little bit of the beige. The brown. This is the brown. It's that cafe. You know, it is going back to that beige color. I think that looks a little bit better. I think having the brown mixed. Now when we go and paint it yellow again, or red again, it's going to give it that, oh, it's adding more texture to it too. So when we paint it the red, it's going to give it more of that just bit look, you know. That lipstick is a nice gloss. And I'm just doing the coffee over the white. And yeah, I am being a little messy about this. I am. Because I want the red to be messy, you know? To give it that realistic look that it's just ate something. Okay. There's another way I could have done it, but whatever. So I'm doing it. Okay, now let me go ahead and add a little bit of the parchment I mix it a little bit like that. I'm mixing colors like right on the teeth. What's that? That's a better color. That is a much better color. Okay, good. I like that. Now we're gonna wait for it to dry, like 2 seconds, and then we're gonna do the red. Oh, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. That's all we have left. But look, that's what we have so far. You know, it's pretty cool looking. We'll see what the husband says about whether or not he likes how this came out or not. You know, because this is his gift. I want to make it like he wants to. So I think we might do something a little bit with purple. Purple actually came out a nice, not so matte color. Okay, let's get the red. We're going back to that lipstick color. I really like these enamels. I should have had him get the enamels. It comes out really, really nice. This is a more expensive paint, but I like it. There we go. Let's go. There we go. We get a little bit more red on the gums. A little sloppy with it. Okay, let's see. We got it on the tongue. Apparently I forgot to paint that. Paint under here. There we go. You're gonna see the texture. Okay, now I want to make it look like it just ate, right? Just, I don't want to actually do it. So I'm going to put a little bit of pink or red on my finger. We're going to run it. I'm going to run it right on the teeth. Add a little bit of this. Oops. Hitting everything. There you go. A little bit of teeth. Okay. Put that down. And then we're going to get a little bit of red over here. Keep layering the colors so you get the color you like. And you'll never be able to recreate it. I'm just kidding. That's what happens to me anyway. And I'm going to do it upside down to get the spot better under here. Okay. Now we're going to take that purple off right there. Let me get the red right in the mouth. Okay, there we go. And I can't really see. I can't really see either. Poor child has such a cough. I think it hurts him. There we go. Great. Let me do that tooth one more time. I know. I'm like overcorrecting now. Red. So I want it to be purple. Smoosh it in. Smoosh. Okay, ready? That's not the color I wanted. I mean, that doesn't look, I don't know, now I'm second guessing myself. I'm gonna definitely get this color with the brown a little bit. Oh no! See, it's what happens when you overcorrect yourself. This is the issue you run into, because then it starts going everywhere. And let me fix the red one more time. And then I gotta fix the dark purple on the lips. There we go. Look at that. Get that a little bit more. Good. Oops. Don't get that there. I cover up my paints. Now I'm going to do the dark purple again, but this time I'm going to be very, very careful. I'm going to do around the outside of the mouth. And I'm going to do it right on the lip part right there to give it a better look. We have 5 minutes and we're almost done. Then after I do this, I got to glue the spot, the nub back into here. There we go. A little purple, look at that. And nice and light. Oh, if you ever want to do a box where you don't have wood stain, get brown paint. I used Apple Barrel 20258E melted chocolate. I added water, and I used a paper towel, and that is how I got that stained look to it. So it actually looks like it's stained and not painted. Look at this. Here. Add a little water now. That I'm going to go just a little bit of water. Makes it a little bit more watered down looking. I'm going to make sure this all gets wiped off. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. There we go. That's it. The beholder is done. Beholder is in purple, the color that the recipient is getting. That's it. Hey dear. I gotta fix that right there. Let's see if he likes it. I like the breath. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Hey, hold on. Close your eyes for a second. I gotta fix something. I'll paint this back here. I missed a spot. I went a little crazy with the purple. Ready? Open your eyes.
That looks really cool. I like it.
Is that what you had in mind?
I had
Can
mine.
I look at?
You like that mouth?
Yes.
That's a blood.
Right? It looks like blood. It looks like somebody tried to bite it because it's going in his treasure chest. So it looks like somebody bit your finger. And that's it. And that, what?
Are you still alive?
Yeah. I just want you're the recipient. You need to see the gift. Make sure it's okay.
That's a
So that's
blood.
it, folks. Thank you for joining me this Saturday night, April 27th, 3 days before the love of my life's birthday. And we have just finished painting a beholder with 8 eyes.
Fake
you go.
eyes.
Isn't that really neat looking?
There's a blood.
Nah, it's paint, but it looks like blood. That's the idea. So I will get pictures up to show everybody what it looks like. I do appreciate everybody. It looks like when you cut your finger on the fan, yes. He cut his finger on the fan like 3 years ago. And we're going to go ahead and make sure, excuse me, please, that, please, we're going to make sure that the eye gets cleaned off. Now, it's not 100% on the eye. That's fine. We have colored water. Make sure the eye gets nice and clear. You don't want any paint on any of the eyes. You just use some water. You can use a paper towel. I know. I don't use paper towels. But we had family down, and they bought paper towels because I didn't have enough rags for everybody to use. And it's hard to transition to paper towels if you're not used to it. I understand that. And there we go. One beholder. I'll get pictures up, and then you guys will obviously see the end result. So thank you very much for joining with me tonight. I appreciate the company, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it. As always, thank you very much. Hold on a second. I forgot. Wow. Thank you for joining me, and as always, I look forward to creating with you. Have a nice night.